Hello and one final welcome to our final back nine of the season. It's the 2023 Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships presented by Barbasol. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're the two huggies.
Honk.
Honk.
And we fly one more time.
Honk into the horizon.
Yeah, distantly.
We're finally in the finals.
Yeah, thank you for joining us all season and for watching this. It's very tight up at the top. The top three positions only one stroke apart, playing for the biggest purse we've ever played for in the sport. A grand prize of $40,000 and just a lot of bragging rights.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see. We've had some lead changes during the front nine, but the back nine is where things really heat up. It's where things get interesting. We had some very wooded par fours on the front. The back nine has a lot of gauntlet style par threes with birdie opportunities and then two of the hardest finishing holes in disc golf. Let's start with hole 10. It's 242 feet. It's an absolute must get hole. If you don't find this green, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. You know, like, just quit now.
Yes. It's literally, if you're a professional, only if you get here with a birdie putt. Just kidding.
Actually, I think there was only 3 yesterday.
There was only 3 birdies total out of our 8 best women currently in the world right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They should be ashamed.
Missy with a tree direct. Embarrassing.
Okay. If you didn't watch the other rounds, yeah, go watch it. There's backstory here. Own only one stroke in the lead, throwing her flippy destroyer. She's parked this quite a few times.
I would just never think to throw a destroyer on this type of a hole, and look how well she does it.
Fantastic.
She's a genius of her trade.
Mm-hmm. I believe Own, Missy, and Allie were the 3 birdies yesterday. Let's see if Allie can get this one.
Love the hyzer flip play.
Me too. Shasta Chris pipeline on that one.
I just love how focused Kat looks right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the zone. Even if something tries to get her out of the zone, like a double bogey, she's back in the zone.
Right back in it. Missy, how far do you think she is?
Yeah,
Ooh,
well
very
in the
far.
circle too, yeah.
So far. I think she might even be outside of it.
Right line. A little short.
Missy bogey free so far. She's only missed one opportunity, and it wasn't an easy one to take the lead. But she's been trailing all round, I'm sure, just waiting for her moment.
Oh, Kat a little low on her birdie attempt. Nice.
Nice putt.
Adding some green to her scorecard. Getting closer to even par.
Own in as well, and extending her lead to 2.
And again, with a very clean scorecard.
Mm-hmm. Whew. It's heating up on this chilly fall day. Thank you. No pictures. Thank you.
It's really cool to see everyone continuing to put on a very solid show, even in this high pressure position on this very difficult course.
Yeah, definitely. Hole 11 is a downhill par 3, 375 feet, super technical. You really just need to control your angle and your speed. Look at how sharply this hill drops off, and then you have to come back at an elevated pin if you go too far past it. I believe we've only seen one birdie each day, actually, on this hole.
I know Haley King was the only one to get it yesterday. The fairway looks like you want to throw a sidearm because of the finish to the right, but in reality, I think a backhand is the way to get all the way there. Especially a slower speed disc is nice because you do want to come in softly. We watched Kat Mertsch absolutely blast one by the other day. Allie doesn't quite get the turn on it, but it's fine to be down there. Where her and Own are is great.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of nice. They're kind of sideways at it.
As long as you're not early, this hole is a very easy par.
Yeah. This looks like a bit of a tailwind for these ladies. Oh, wow. Wow.
Dang.
Missy, same shot as yesterday. Goes a little deep.
Thank you.
I think Kat, the only person throwing this slower speed disc.
Yeah, it's an MD3.
Gets tangled up early, and you can hear her frustration. This hole does get a lot more difficult when you're early because this green is so hard to get your disc to sit down on. I like the height here.
Yeah, solid recovery.
Wow. Kat wants this.
Yeah.
I really like the intensity.
I think it just switched from focus to, yeah, intense is a good word. Allie pleased with that layup. Let's see. Looks like a layup from Own as well. Missy gonna have a chance here. It's risky. If she catches the cage, she could roll back downhill. And she knows it. She knows it. Choose to attack a different time, safer time.
There were no birdies on the hole today, and what an excellent par save from Kat Mertsch. There's that mature game we were talking about.
Par frame for our leaders here.
Getting out of here with no disasters.
Owen still with 2 strokes. Hallie still in that tie for 4th with Kristen Tatar, who's even on the round.
Hole 12, the most difficult hole of the day today. A par 4, 603 feet. And just look at all the back and forth on this tee shot. There is one pure line, but that ditch is the perfect landing zone. And it's about chest deep. We saw Owen lands in it yesterday. It sets you up, though, for a nice angle down the fairway to get to the green for birdie. It's very difficult to open up the fairway on that second shot. It just gets so narrow and pinch as you get to the basket.
Ooh, Owen catches early. That's going to be rough. I believe Kat was the only birdie we saw yesterday on this one. Allie, you're right. That smile, it's like a heartwarming smile.
Yeah.
Like, what does she know? She catches a similar tree as Owen and gets a little bit of a worse kick, I think.
Missy laced this one yesterday.
That looks great.
Finds the ditch.
Is she not just a bit short of it?
I don't know.
Oh, we'll
I thought
see.
she was in it. My bad.
Not
There's some greenery
I don't
around
know.
there that looks like a false ditch.
those dang false ditches. Oh, man. That is pulled for Kat. Pretty good redirection there. She's looking frustrated.
And here's where Kat's intensity can leak over into maybe being a little bit too much out on the line. Mm-hmm. You can lose the focus quickly when you get into that headspace. Let's hope she can dial it in. We know her game is strong enough to keep her in contention.
It's a good recovery shot from Owen. Looks like Kat's trying to go pretty big here just by her body language.
Wow.
Yeah, that's huge.
Wow.
Okay. Nuts.
And she redirected it, that's for sure.
Yeah, most women would probably try to lay up a little bit more.
Looks like we found our turkey gobbler.
Yeah.
For our 3 in a rows.
Yeah, we'll make sure to recruit him if we see a turkey today. Allie just choosing the more conservative play. And look at you go. You were right. Look at
I know a ditch when I see one.
I should up my prescription.
Your prediction. I'm just kidding. I won't go there. Missy trying to get all the way down the fairway, kicking left. But she has a pretty straightforward up and down for par.
Weird. Allie's in this ditch too. Didn't see that either. Oh no. That's Allie's low forehand. She occasionally has trouble in situations like that where the hillsides come up because she does have such a low release.
It was not a bad kick. She's on the edge at least.
Own throwing 3, pulls it.
Oof.
Gets kicked left.
Okay. Nice second kick, but that big tree does seem like it's going to be right in the way.
Mm-hmm. Allie throwing 4. Finding trouble.
Yeah, pinballing her way as she gets close to the entrance of the green.
This looks great. Wow, what a shot for Missy.
Yeah, Missy looking so strong. Really nice scrambling.
Oh, and also from this left side over here, pretty similar shot to what Missy just did. Solid.
There was only one birdie yesterday. Kat Mertsch got it with a miraculous first and second shot.
Mm-hmm.
She's sitting pretty for an easy par.
Yep. What a second shot.
Yeah,
that was unbelievable.
That was unbelievable, and you're very happy with a par on this hole.
Allie just pitches up a forehand there. She's sitting pretty close for a double bogey. Missy makes sure to go through her full routine there, take a breath. Hits a little high, and she's in for par.
That was a long putt.
Yeah.
It looks like you can tell she's really not thinking about the actual putt. Does that make sense? She said she wanted to make sure to just stay in the moment and really try to be in her shots. And she didn't even look nervous.
No.
I'm going to go through my routine. Everything's going to be normal and fine.
Yeah.
This putt doesn't matter.
And she hasn't even bogeyed yet. Pretty amazing.
Is she bogey free?
Well, now that I said that, I doubt myself, but I really think so. Yeah, I'm going to stand by it.
I've purchased 60 acres of land in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
I am designing a disc golf course for the one and only Billingsley.
Hole 13, another short technical par 5. It's a hyzer through this gap. It's very narrow. Most of them are going to end up a little bit on the left side and pinched. I like a forehand on the second to try to get to this next fairway. You want to wrap the corner. It's a very narrow gap just to get to the corner. And then after that, it's fairly simple, but boy, you can find a whole lot of trouble in between those two corners. If you hit early anywhere off this tee shot, this hole can be a nightmare. Allie, Own, and Missy birdied this one yesterday. Missy, what a shot.
Just making that fairway look huge.
Yeah, it's not.
It is not.
Cat early. Drops to a good spot, though.
She's really having to work today just to get par. This hole will be no different.
And that was a pretty conservative play from her, I think, because it looked like a star J. Very slow speed. She's not trying to go crazy on this one. Ooh, Own 2. And that's a rough kick to the right.
Yeah, Own not quite looking as confident as we've seen the last couple of days. Maybe she's hurting a little bit.
She's just finding trouble. She's found so many fairways. And then, if she was off, she was able to scramble. But now she's scrambling a lot more.
Mm-hmm. And being right off this tee is so much more difficult than being left where Kat is.
Yeah, Kat still has a pretty solid chance to save par here. That was a great recovery shot. Wow. Own, not a whole lot to work with right there. Throws a decent sidearm. How aggressive does Allie want to get through this gap? Very.
Very. Working that hyzer. So close to hitting the line. Thankfully, it stays in the center of the fairway.
Own gonna try to throw a flex and wrap to the corner. but gets caught. Ooh, her lead is in danger here.
And if you've been watching the FPO coverage, we haven't seen a lot of these high numbers. They don't happen very often on what we're watching, but when other people play this course, this is what normally happens.
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
such a typical Nevin thing. So it looks like Owen's like maybe not playing great, but in reality, that's normal.
That is normal.
And everyone's making it look really easy.
And everyone else is playing great. That was a really great forehand from Missy. She gets to that secondary corner and is sitting pretty nice for a birdie, which is huge with Owen struggling on this hole.
Kat's third is up, and she's going to be able to see the basket from where she lands.
Allie throwing a standstill forehand hyzer on her third. So much height.
And she's moving right where you got to be.
Yeah, it looked good. Owen's fourth. A lot of work here left to do.
Definitely a little bit of a pinched off angle as well.
And it's so crazy because she still throws her destroyer, and this needs to turn so much. It's just amazing the trust she has in these discs. That was so close to being perfect. She's still, I think, in circle 2, though, for a long look.
Kat still with some work left to do, some trees to think about. She's also going to try to flex one there with something flippier.
Yeah, that'll putt.
Allie in an ideal spot for par on this hole.
Yanks that backhand, though. That's that distance that's right in between a standstill and a run-up. That can feel really awkward.
Especially in the woods, you're like, oh, this is so easy. It's wide open. It's dead straight. I'm fine. Shank.
I'm fine.
Whoops.
Everything's fine.
Everything's okay.
Ooh, Missy.
Wow.
Little backhand turnover to 20 feet for a birdie.
Ooh, and we got a little shimmy. We got a little shimmy.
This is where the momentum is just really going to shift heavily in Missy's favor.
Oh, and looking for a big putt to drop here. She does give it a full send.
Allie a little high and left on her par save.
Such a tough little hyzer angle for that putt.
That one hurts.
Yeah, and you know a lot was riding on that, especially with Kat's mental game now. She's been really fighting.
Yeah, it just looks like she's fighting anger at this point, though.
Oh, yeah. She's frustrated.
What a birdie from Missy.
Wow.
Still bogey free.
And birding the most difficult hole of the day. Her and Haley King were the only two to get it. Lots of people with bogeys and doubles on this very difficult par 5.
Missy taking the lead in one fell swoop. Yep. And she's 1 in front of Owen, 2 in front of Kat.
Hole 14, the gauntlet, 320. Baits you to throw something hard. All you got to do is throw it straight, right? You just got to throw it straight. But you turn it over just a tiny bit and catch one of these trees, you can find yourself off the fairway quickly with nowhere to go. This is one of the most difficult holes to rescue par from off the fairway early or even later on the right side of the fairway. There's so many big trees that it can be tough just to get anywhere near the basket.
Missy going thrasher here. Good enough for par, that's for sure.
Yep, low is great. It's not going to get all the way there, but it is going to minimize damage.
We saw Kat throw this Thunderbird so beautifully yesterday. It's a little early today. And that's going to be a little bit of trouble potentially over there. A lot of skinny little trees.
Kind of jaily. But it was far enough down there that hopefully she'll be able to at least chip out onto the green.
We've seen Owen work this forehand every day, pushing each side of the fairway as she flexes it down there. catches left side. Owen having trouble getting things going here in the back. She looks kind of sad.
Yeah, like defeated.
Like, yeah, it's not over.
It's not over, especially with the 17 and 18. Like,
yeah. Buck up, girl. Ooh, wow, Allie.
wow.
Gorgeous shot. Was that Shasta pipeline again?
And she piped it.
Yeah, she did.
Right down the line.
Now I know how you feel when I do this. It's not great.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no, I'm sorry. Owen lays it up really nicely.
As we're telling Owen to stay with it, we do have to remember it's a long season. We had a lot of 4-day big events stacked up at the end of the season this year. It's felt like forever. Everyone's tired. Everyone's ready to go home. We want to stay in it, but it's hard.
It's hard. Cat working through some trees there, goes deep. That's, let's see, about 25-ish.
Definitely some work left to do.
There we go. Cat has made good on a lot of clutch putts today.
She's really wearing her heart on her pants. We just can't see it.
Ah, Allie.
Dang. She's one of only 3 people to get to circle 1 on this hole, or circle 1 or 2.
Still a great shot. All pars. Very different pars. Cat with a great save there. Missy still leading the way.
And 1 stroke is still just not enough to even come close to
It's
being
not.
comfortable.
But the top 3 have separated themselves this whole time, so... Oh, it's tight. Hole 15.
This fairway?
Yeah, and you know, just the top 3 peeps as well. Par 3, 346 feet. The right side is particularly tight. Missy Gannon, the only player that's been taking that route. Owen been doing kind of a mixture flex forehand that starts on the right and then works its way to the left side. Most women gonna go forehand on the left or backhand turnover.
You know Missy's serious when she does the eyes closed?
Yeah. Do it. Prove
Come
us
on.
wrong.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come on.
So good. And that's why you take the right side, like I've been saying this entire tournament.
That's so cool. Mm-hmm. I think she legitimately is the only person to do that. Owen does take the right side as a flex play, but it ends up on the left.
Exactly.
Missy's the only purist on the right side.
Cat gets redirected, but makes it pretty far.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad.
Owen with a destroyer. She's probably the only one to take this route as well.
Definitely.
Gets caught on a center tree pretty early. Gonna be tough from there. Allie is dropped back to 6th place, still jockeying for position. It's tight between 4 through at least 7, I believe.
That was such a pure line. That last little grouping of trees is so difficult to carry around at 346.
This is tough here. It looks like, Owen trying to flex it. A similar shot to her tee shot gets caught early, though.
And Nevin is being brutal here.
Yeah, Cat in a weird spot here. Missy looking a little bit more comfortable. She's putting for birdie. Let's see. Cat close for a par. Owen looking like another bogey. Wow.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, great upshot from Allie.
It's a little smoothie cake sidearm.
It's my favorite kind.
Oh, and getting up to the green, getting a little bit more finish than you want.
Owen keeps it to single bogey there. Not a gimme putt.
See, with the only look on the card.
Oh, that is huge.
Huge. And that's the only birdie of the day, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
And taking a route no one else takes. Unreal.
Man.
Good putt from Allie.
Does Missy get tired?
Never.
Oh, she only smiles. We never will know.
And man, things just changed very suddenly. Missy, 3 strokes in the lead, 3 holes to play. She really, I mean, if she just pars out, it is unlikely that she can be caught.
And I don't think Missy's one that checks scores unless it's really important. Maybe she'll have her caddy Tom check, but her game plan is working for her today.
Nice Valley, Montana, with my family. When we were bored, my parents would just be like, go outside. That's where memories are made. It's such a part of childhood that I feel like is being lost today, and I have desperately tried to instill that into my kids.
Hole 16, another par 3, another very narrow gap. This one's a little bit closer to the tee, but it makes the shot very difficult to shape the way you want it to. I like a hyzer backhand here, but something straight is, I think, more important than something that finishes left, per se. It's an elevated basket, so it's not easy even once you get to the screen.
I do agree with you, per se.
It's 270 feet, so the uphill really adds to the difficulty.
Yeah, it sure does. Missy catches a late left side tree. She's going to be in the middle. Having a really hard time not saying per se after everything else that I say.
I was already ready for that to happen.
It's so tempting.
Thank you for not.
All right, Missy is short. Door is open to get the birdie. Cat catches a tree, though.
So close to being so good. We watched Allie absolutely fillet the last dead straight shot.
Early and a right kick. All right. If Owen can get this, it's going to put pressure on Missy.
But she's forced to go sidearm here.
Almost works.
Yeah.
She's got a putt.
She parked it yesterday with the sidearm play. A long putt is not a bad position to be in here. Allie,
Whoa.
yeah, Hail Marying through the woods.
Cool. Doesn't fully work, but she did not have much from there. That's what I was talking about. She's got that ability to run the forehand upshot, like, you know, for a throw in, but stay close. It's very cool. Cat parks it for a par. Missy just looking to put this close.
And art shot of the day.
Yeah. And 2 holes with 3 strokes to go. That's I don't want to call it comfortable, but also
a great
she doesn't
feeling.
have to birdie. You know, those are 2 difficult holes to birdie.
And I'm pretty sure she doesn't know that, though. I think she's still kind of crushing on how she's feeling.
I would imagine as well, but I think the other women know what they need to do.
Yeah. Puts a lot of pressure on your caddy to tell you, like, when do they tell you, like, just keep doing it.
Just keep. Well, that's why I wonder, does Tom just say you only need pars?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing? Mm-hmm. I'd imagine so. Yeah. 17 and 18 have played as the first and second most difficult holes all weekend long.
Yep, 17 is the first difficult today. The most difficult today.
Yeah, it is.
Also the most difficult for me to talk about.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Kristen Tatar in solo 4th right now. Haley King in 5th. Allie dropping down to 7th. Hole 17, par 4, 715 feet. Narrow, gap off the tee. Left side has a little bit more room, so the backhand is preferable. We have seen Owen go forehand every day, though. Second shot, often a layup and then just a par play. It is possible to birdie it, but you have to go huge on the first and second shot. The second shot's a little bit easier because it's downhill, but the OB is fairly tight around circle 2.
It's especially close on the left side, so if you hyzer out by accident, you are OB so fast.
We haven't seen a whole lot of birdie attempts, let alone birdies on this hole. Missy just needs to par. Just needs to be inbounds right now, and that looks fantastic.
We saw no birdies yesterday. We saw Kristen Tatar get it in round 2 of the semifinals, and I think that is it.
Missy doing what she needs to do. Cat looking a birdie. Look at her back up.
Time to go huge.
Yeah. Although, trying to think of let's see what this is. It looked like a slow speed disc.
Yeah, maybe she's
Star
playing
J.
smart here.
Wow, okay.
Smart, not hard. We love this.
Her body language said send it,
Huh?
but it was just her focus.
Man, love this out of Cat Mertsch. That's going to be such a game changer. We do love seeing her go huge, but
That was the first time we've seen Owen try to go backhand here, but her forehand was OB early yesterday. And that's going to be the end of Owen's run for the win. It's just for second place now.
yeah, I just don't foresee Missy doing anything too crazy on 18. She's playing so consistently, and she's just not really one to take a lot of large numbers.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say it's over.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that Missy will be able to keep it to single bogey or par, pending a disaster. This is a bogey at best for Owen. It's a good layup.
Cat laying up as well.
Not pushing.
Nope. This is the game plan that most people practiced.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's conceding, I think, with that play. Like, she could try to go birdie eagle.
But do you think she knows where Kristen's sitting here too? That they're like that she's could potentially come up.
Kristen
or is it
can't
pretty,
catch her. It's her and
pretty
Owen.
separate?
Yeah, it's her and Owen. So that's a great question. But I think we would have seen Kat push it before.
Yep.
Because she could catch with a,
An
birdie eagle.
Yeah.
Which is so hard to do. And there's room where she knows she'd be guaranteed third place. Just about.
A really nice approach shot from Owen.
Allie's third.
Comes out a little early.
Huh? Squeaks it inbounds. Man, I'm like nervous for Missy.
She comes in hot.
Oh, yeah. But that's better than short. She can afford a bogey here, and she has a chance to save the par.
Yep, she's picking where she's going to make the mistake. And that is a smart place. At this point, I think when you're in contention for the win, you kind of get the little nervous buzzies, and you lose a little bit more control.
I hate those nervous buzzies.
Is that not something everyone gets? You lose a little bit of control. You lose your finesse kind of quickly.
Sure.
And so you're like, okay, just got to keep going through the motions. If we're going to mistake, let's make sure we make the mistake where there's less disaster. So not everyone gets nervous buzzies.
Oh, Missy.
Come on.
What a bogey save. Her first bogey of the round, and she does it in style.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Dead center.
Leave a note in the comments. Everyone definitely gets nervous buzzies, but no one calls it that. What do you call it?
Yeah, we want to know. Will you change what you call it now?
Please do. Allie for a par.
Nice.
Great putt. Keeping it to a single bogey there with the early OB. It's as good as she could have done.
There was one birdie today. Haley King, shout out to the local.
And Kat choosing to play for par there and able to be in solo second place going into the final hole. Conceding essentially the victory, unless she really tries to eagle this one, I suppose, which would be interesting.
Mm-hmm. And she could.
It's such a hard second shot with the mandatory, though.
Especially with this tee shot, this is even something that you're thinking about. Look how narrow the gap is, and you have to get a pretty big sidearm out here if you do want to cover that much ground on your second shot for eagle. Look at all the OB. You have to get over the advertisement wall and carry the extra 10 feet to get over the OB line. This is the part of the fairway that pinches, so you have to make a decision. Do you want to throw your second shot in that area, or do you just want to kind of bail something into the woods in that direction where it's not out of bounds but forces you to scramble? The green widens a little bit as you get closer to the basket, but it doesn't make it any easier to go huge distance with a Mando.
Oh, Kat early on that sidearm.
It's almost like Kat has to learn how to play safe. You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah, she's not used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that didn't look like a hyper aggressive shot.
No. But almost a little too timid. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's great.
Allie was, I think, the only one to birdie this yesterday. That was her pro line hurricane off the tee. Missy's been going backhand every day. She's made it through the gap. Ooh. Ooh. But has been on this left side woods line. But that's just fine. All she needs is par.
Yeah. Her game plan is difficult for even necessarily always getting par, but she's always going to be guaranteed a single bogey at worst. So it works for the position she's in right now.
Yeah, especially with Kat, who's the closest behind her, off in the woods. Owen with a fantastic drive. This looks like pitch out land.
Yep, good shot.
Likely taking birdie out of play. That would be an insane third shot. Allie looking like she's going to cut the corner at least a little bit to make the birdie play easier. The mistake to make here is pushing deep, which that does just a little bit. Not a bad shot. She likes it. She's still in the short grass. Yeah.
The claim.
Kat cutting off quite a bit of the corner, but fading before the narrowest part of the fairway.
Ooh, so close to making it out of the woods.
She's going to have a chance to save par with that, though.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got one stroke on Owen here. Owen has been going forehand on this second shot every day, which is, it feels crazy.
Yeah.
With the way the OB is set up, but she has absolutely laced it and landed it in the center of the fairway every time. Let's see if she can do it again.
It's got to just be that perfect distance where she's comfortable at throwing it kind of hard.
Oh. That's perfect.
That is perfect.
That's funny. She waved at the spotter like, hey.
And they still had to.
They danced out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Missy, just a conservative hyzer play to the corner. Make sure she gets there.
She's going to have to decide whether to lay up to the centerest part of the thinnest part of the center of the fairway or go for it. But I'm guessing she's just doing a little layup play here.
Looks like it.
She did carry over OB for a long way yesterday. She's a little further out, and that is a smart play here.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's pushing from behind enough for her to have to throw that risky layup shot.
You think Allie's trying to get another birdie? Nope.
I hope not.
Okay.
If that's what that was. No, I think it was really smart of her to pitch out.
Mm-hmm.
And Allie not having her best day today, but just to make it to the finals, to the Disc Golf Pro Tour Champions at all, and to make it to the final day is so impressive.
And to be playing on lead card. That brings its own little jitters.
Mm-hmm.
There's another word for it.
Own parked there. That could be big for this second place.
Missy left with what, 300-ish, 280?
Yep, in that realm. Definitely not the most comfortable last shot. That's looking great. Yep. Yep.
Oh, just right on the bullseye to finish out.
And she's got it. Gives her husband and caddy Tom a big hug. Oh. Allie with one more low forehand layup.
Pretty.
That's great.
Missy with a long, strong season, but only one win at Ledgestone.
Yeah, it's true.
So much hard work and dedication.
Oh, that is burned early. Ooh.
Final little pitch up of the season. And it's time for the long rest.
Yeah. Own to take solo second here if she makes this putt. Still a great showing from Own all season long.
And what a strong finish to the season for Allie Smith.
Kat a little frustrated, but gonna share second place with Own Scoggins. Somewhere in the
I love
realm of
that.
16 grand, I believe.
My eyes watered up when I
Yeah,
heard
that was a
it.
very nice
So
hug.
cute.
Yeah. Missy Gannon, two-time Disc Golf Pro Tour champion, coming in to tap in the last putt here. Big money, Missy!
She can't believe it. That's a lot of champagne.
It's so much champagne.
Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present to you the winner of the 2023 DGPT Championship presented by Barbasol, our first two-time DGPT champion, and taking home the biggest check in DGPT history. Put your hands together for Missy!
Missy, you did it. First time, two-time DGPT Tour champion, and you take home the biggest prize in disc golf history. You let out so much emotion walking up the fairway of 18. Where's it coming from?
You know, it's just been such a long season. You know, this field is so hard to beat. I just believe in myself, and I have a great support system in Tom and my sponsors. I wanted to do it for them. Whatever energy I had left, I put it all out on the line today.
Well, we all felt that energy. It got really tense halfway through the round. The lead changed 3 times throughout the entire day. What is it like when the pressure rises to such great heights when the course is so tightly wooded like Nevin?
It's just trying to stay focused. You cannot lose one sight of what the goal is in front of you. And so I just tried to stay really focused and not think about scores. I really had no idea what was going on other than that I knew that I was shooting a pretty good round, and it wasn't until I threw my tee shot on 18 that I knew I had 2 strokes. That's what I wanted to know. That's when I wanted to know it, and I'm just glad it worked out that way.
Well, congratulations. Incredible achievement. You just took home $40,000. You and Tom just recently moved to Pensacola. What's next for you two?
Yeah, we're gonna head down there tomorrow and just start living normal life. But yeah, this is just a great way to end it, and I'm so happy that I was able to do that, and I hope that I made all of my fans and my sponsors and my family proud. This is awesome.
Congratulations, Missy. Go celebrate. To you.
A final congratulations to Missy Gannon, bringing it home at the Disc Golf Pro Tour.
Yeah, hoisting a big check
Championships.
and a big trophy. Look at
Yeah.
that thing.
Her husband Tom said, "Gonna use that money to work on the house."
Oh, fresh homeowners. Oh, what a solid finish. 3 down was enough to get it done today. We love ending the season at Nevin. It was such a pleasure to commentate on and to play this event. Thanks to the tournament team here in Charlotte for putting this all together.
Yeah, and congratulations again to Own and Kat Mertsch. Wow. For tying, Haley King and Kristen Tatar shooting a 1 down to tie for 4th as well. Big congrats to everyone who made it to the finals. So impressive.
Well, that's 2023. It's a wrap.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yep. Thanks for hanging with us. Thanks to JomezPro for having us. Just a couple of geese on a microphone just honking away.
Honking away.
Thanks to everyone that honked at us in the crowd. You guys are the best. And really just kept us going from week to week. That's it. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.